back again. We get a lot of questions about what's better, right? Should I front squat or should I back squat? And you know, our answer always is it depends. It depends on what your goals are. It depends on how experienced of a lifter you are. It depends what tools you have available. Do you have barbells available? Do you have kettlebells available? Do you have both? So we're here. We're just going to talk a little bit about, you know, what's better to us, front squatting or back squatting. So Lonnie, what's your preference? Do you like to front squat or back squat?
Again, it really depends on what I'm going for. But if I really want to get like a really good killer leg day in, I'm really going to go with a good old front squat. You know, front squat will allow me to go deeper than I will be able to in a back squat. And it's going to really hit the core a whole lot more as well. But again, depending on what I'm looking for, front squat, back squat. Most of the time, front squat. How about you?
Yeah, for me, most of the time, front squat is my go-to exercise, especially if I want to go heavy, but you know, not super heavy. I'll definitely front squat with the barbell. I can squat more with the back squat, but there's so many varieties of squatting. You know, so we got front squat with the kettlebells, we got front squat with the barbell, we got a high bar back squat and a low bar back squat. So each of those exercises are basically still training the squat movement pattern, but they're going to hit the body a little bit differently. For me, I actually prefer to deadlift than the squat. So a low bar back squat and even a high bar back squat to a degree are going to work the posterior chain more than I really need to. So most of the time I'm deadlifting, I'm doing kettlebell swings, kettlebell cleans, so I tend to stick with the front squat. There is an argument too that there really is no reason to back squat unless you have some serious hypertrophy goals or if you're competing. So I'm never going to say there's a best squat or one squat's better than the other, but if I had to pick, I'm going to say front squat.
And I'd say also, with the back squat, people tend to get a little over ambitious. They see that bar, they load it on, they got 135 on there, the big 45 plates, it looks good. It's relatively easy to do if you're doing it incorrectly. And then the weight starts to pack on. The hard thing about a back squat is to get somebody that, number one, will spot you, and somebody that, number two, knows how to properly spot a back squat.
Yeah.
So back squats can also innately turn very dangerous if you have somebody that's not necessarily as educated as they should be on the back squat as well. So.
And just one final thing, whatever squat you're doing, make sure you get your form dialed in. Foot position, knee position, back position. If you don't have good form on your squatting movement, probably shouldn't be throwing a lot of weight at all.
And if you're not squatting at all, and if you're a guy, this is the number one exercise other than a deadlift to really pack on that strength and really get that posterior chain nice and strong. And for ladies as well, I know a lot of ladies like to leave out that squat and deadlift because they're afraid that they're going to be putting on size. We can come at you with another video about that, but completely false. Ladies, this is definitely an exercise, front squat, back squat, that you should be doing.